Potty time, take 2. Good evening. My name is Barbara Pinalinsky, and I will be sharing some of my notes and personal stories related to my paper, Researching Female Public Toilets, Gendered Spaces in the Paradigm of the Little Girl's Room. I have always been intrigued by intimate yet public spaces, particularly ladies' public lavatories of the Victorian era, because this was the period in history when public toilets first appeared in the Western streetscape. Recently, my research has expanded into a curiosity of the contemporary woman's experiences in public restrooms. I set out a blind survey asking women of all ages the following questions. What goes on in a restroom besides using the bathroom? Do you feel a need to self-censor your bodily functions? Have you ever gone to the bathroom to hide something? The responses I received run quite the gamut. Dr. Balsac and Caroline will assist me in presenting some of my responses. Thank you for being here, ladies. One of the first responses I received was quite interesting. I just read that email while sitting on a public toilet at the restaurant where I work. Ha, 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 ha. I'm deaf gonna try to think of a good story, smiley face. Thought that was too ironic not to share. LOL, laugh you. When I waited tables, I used to go into the stall just for a break, since I didn't smoke and that was the only way you got a break in the restaurant industry. Also, I'm pretty sure I put my feet up on the door so nobody would see me. That way, I could pretend I didn't work in the restaurant industry. In my early 20s, when I had too many drinks at the bar, I would retreat to the bathroom and sit on the toilet. I would close my eyes and take 5 minutes on the toilet so that I could rally with the rest of my friends, who were much better alcoholics than I. There are rules for the bathroom. Never go into the stall next to someone else. If you're supposed to start on a stall at the opposite ends, then move inwards, using every other stall. Then, if you have to, you use the stall next to someone else. When I knew I had to poop, I would wad up a bunch of toilet paper and place it into the toilet bowl. First, when the poop lands, it doesn't make as much noise.
More time there.
Doesn't make as much noise. When I was in kindergarten, I peed my pants. Tights, to be more exact. I was wearing a dress that day. Tights are hard enough to wear comfortably when they're dry, so it's impossible to forget how they feel when they're soaking wet. So it's impossible to feel how when they're soaking wet. My AmeriCorps team worked out regularly at the YMCA in Salem, Oregon. If you're familiar with the public gym locker rooms, you probably know that people who should not be naked are often naked and quite carefree about their gross bodies. Anyway, we're showering and getting ready for work following one early morning workout. And my teammate Kristen and I exchange a high five. This butt-ass naked lady, whose English is miserable, turns to Kristen and says, "Me high five too?" So yes, Kristen then high-fived a naked Russian lady. A bit later, as we were about to leave, a woman in the bathroom stall says she needs more toilet paper. Her stall is out. I turn to look, and there she is. You guessed it. Butt-naked lady on the toilet with the stall door open. With the stall door open. No normal soul was willing to walk up to her and hand her toilet paper. But somehow, I mustered up the courage to approach her with a roll of TP in hand. They were older. They were lumpy, droopy, and pasty. The images are burned into my retinas, and I hope now they're burned into yours. I was in 4th grade, I guess. I was going into the bathroom and I thought that I had the whole place to myself. Either I was extremely hyper or something just temporarily snapped in my head. But as long as I was in there, I was going to do things that action heroes do. Like kick open empty stall doors, like really kick the shit out of them. So out of all the stalls I chose to kick open, I kicked the one that had a little girl inside who was a grade younger than me, who you could tell was wearing a one-piece outfit because she had to pull it all the way down around her ankles in order to be able to sit and pee. Silence. 10-year-old me was, of course, mortified and completely froze. I couldn't do anything. Technically half naked because of the status of her outfit, she stared back at me and then said, "Excuse me." I still can't move. "Excuse me!" And then I quickly mumbled sorry and I sprinted out. I am a certified group fitness instructor. Whenever I see we have an impromptu question from the audience. Let's see, have you considered asking men what it's like in the public restroom? Isn't it just like point and shoot? I thought I would share some thoughts of mine on men's behaviors around peeing. I don't have any observations regarding defecation, mostly because that tends to be a very private process no matter the gender. Peeing, on the other hand, is a different beast. First, men in general are pigs when it comes to using the urinal. They don't like to flush, and they don't seem to care whether they pee into the urinal or on it or next to it. Some of this may be related to the fact that men often don't even look at where they are peeing. Some is a bit of physics. You are pointing a small hose from some distance that has a spout that can't be that well controlled for direction. When other men are around, men do not make eye contact and just stare in front of them. For whatever reason, it is difficult to pee when being looked at or in the vicinity of another guy. At sports arenas, men often swear when they go into the bathroom. I don't know why. I have a partner who wants me to sit on the toilet when I pee so that I do not foul the toilet seat or the rim. I have adjusted to this, but every once in a while I like to rebel and pee standing up. It somehow seems more manly. And besides, what's the point of having a penis if you can't stand and pee? I am a certified group fitness instructor. Whenever I teach a